apart, right? Well, so the initial idea that this whole character has been resting on was um, if you know those, so this basically would be kept under tension like so, to some degree, with a spring or a pair of springs so that I could have two, because I wanted this to be a control mechanism. Well, these to be the controls or the mechanism, yada yada, for an ear flop gag. So it didn't work. So these PVC pieces, these are supposed to, well, that's the bottom. You see how it fits, against the saddle, the thumb saddle, and that's rather more crudely done, finger grooves, because I figured I want this to be comfortable, right? Halfway comfortable. So that's supposed to push these springs down through these, and that would keep the springs in place. The problem was, once I actually tied the whole thing together and had it under tension, like, in theory this is perfect, but they would just fall over. They would just like flip and kind of all fall apart, right? Well, I thought about making these longer and having channels down the bottom here to hold the bottom piece, as well as an extra at the top. So I actually thought, oh, these need to be a little shorter to have these free of this piece. And now then I was like, oh, change my tune. They need to be encased, and then they need stoppers at the bottom and at the top, and because could that still work? Shit. In my head, my fixes were going to prevent the mechanism on the whole from working. It would just be, I wouldn't be able to get the flop. There's also a concern that this would be, I would get an amazing grip strength, or I would wind up with carpal tunnel trying to operate this thing. This is going to be like so, and I can't, and you can see in this, like, this is going to be under some pressure, but even so, like, I'm gonna be about like that. How am I gonna also puppet the other mechanisms that I want in the head, right? So this I changed to an arm.